So after you've purchased your template, you should get an email with download instructions for the delivery space ClickUp template. In that email information, it just asks you if you have a ClickUp account. If not, it guides you through signing up for one. So you can choose to sign up for a free account. So I've got a free account for demo today, or you can sign up for a paid account, which gives you a bit more with ClickUp. And once you signed up, you can see this is an empty space just for staging. You grab the URL for the template and you just pop that into your browser just once you signed into ClickUp. So I've selected that and that's loading now, and that should give me a few options. So what you can see here is the delivery space template has been called up. It's asking me where to install this, and this is just in the staging workspace that we've got here. And so that's fully in. I'm just going to say use template, and once that's fully installed, we should see that delivery space appear just somewhere to the left here. So that's all being downloaded. You can see in the bottom left of the screen it says delivery space template, so that's just being populated for us. So the great thing with these templates is it just saves you some development time having to configure some of these options yourself. Just gets everything nicely populated, those custom fields created for you. And as you can see, that green tick says delivery space template, and we can see that space template available for us here. So opening this up, and once you've downloaded this, you can rename this to whatever you want. So you can have it as delivery, or just change that to whatever you want. Just click the dots and modify that. So within that, we have the task list and reminders. I like this and use this very frequently myself. Going into that to-do list, it gives you the benefit of planning pretty much everything. And what I really like about this is these recurring dates. So you can choose to do odd tasks that you conduct daily, and you can have that recur every single day, whether that's the weekday or 7 days of the week. If there's something you do weekly, you can pop that in there and it'll remind you once every week, and then once you've closed it out for the week, it will then repopulate for the next week. Similarly, you've got monthly, quarterly, and yearly activities. So in here, I've just got placeholder activities for you that constitute a lot of typical activities that businesses would undertake. Feel free to delete whatever tasks are not suitable for yourself and add tasks that are more suited for your business, and you can use this to track activities all the way through. You've got the calendar view, you've got the monthly view, and you can create additional views just with the dates to help you manage these activities. A pro tip as well is to schedule just a daily email. So you get that daily email through, you can schedule what time you want that email to come through, and it'll tell you what tasks you've got scheduled for the day. So that's also particularly helpful. So here we've got the projects list. So you can see the projects that we've got populated. You've got some at the onboarding stage, you've got some in progress, and we've got some at the invoicing stage, and we've got one that's completed. So if you by any chance have also purchased the sales or the growth space that's got marketing as well as sales, then once a sale has been completed, you can get the automation, link that through to automatically create a project. So if you've got that growth space as well, that could also be linked into this nicely, so you just have one fully automated system from marketing through to sales, from sales through to delivery, and that will automatically create a project for you just here at the onboarding phase. And then you can track them down, and you've got different project phases, so you change the project phase and it moves on to the next one until you've completed the project. So that's the second list that we have in this template. And then we have asset management. So for asset management, we have business assets. So this will typically be for like your PCs, especially if you've got a team, just to track your business assets. When you spent a lot of business funds on hardware, particularly, and maybe software in some cases. You just want to track where these things are. So if the team is asking for something new, you can capture that as a requirement, and then once you've ordered that item, you can pop it in here as status purchasing, and once it's functional, everyone's using it, it's a functional item, so that way at any point you can kind of see what's in the pipeline, just to your business assets. And if it's a PC, it's end of life for you, for a graphic designer, top end PC, then you can potentially sell that off, make some additional funds for the business, recoup that, and just buy something new. Just a cycle for you to track your hardware, software assets, or anything else that you use within the business just throughout its life. And then the next one we have is the inventory, which is one that comes um, very frequently as a request from customers, is something just to track inventory across the business. So we've got this created where you have the name, the SKU. You can change this to a part number if you much prefer. We've got a storage location for the item, item description, current quantity, and then the reorder point. So the way we have this is once it's time to reorder, it flags itself. So if you deplete this to a number where it reaches the reorder point, it automatically flags itself as needing to be ordered. And once that happens as well, we also have that purchasing list that also kind of flags that. So you can have your purchasing or your director or your COO just on this list so that they're not um, trapped in the noise. All they see is items that actually need to be replenished. So over here you can see what the item is, you see the SKU, you can see who the vendor is, where the vendor is, and all the information you need to reorder this. And then you can just take this to the side so you can see quantity needed. You can track if the order's been placed and the payment status as well. So that gives you all the information you need in there. So for the delivery space, just to reiterate, you have the to-do list, which is what I find particularly helpful, especially if you have a business and there are things that you have to do at specific times, run payroll, file taxes, chase customers for invoices. This is really good, especially with the recurring tasks. Projects helps you just place all your projects in one list. You can track everything from top to bottom. And also over here, and something that clients are always looking for is where you, so the deal value, I talked about the automation earlier. The deal value is also lifted just from the deals section of the growth template and just paste it in here nicely for you. And then you can also track a budget against the spend and it automatically calculates the balance for you. You can track time if that's something you do within your business as well. So you've got the projects, you've got business assets for your hardware, software assets that you use within the office and within your teams. And then you've got just inventory to track stock coming in and out of the business that you would typically use to make your products or deliver your service. And then purchasing just flags individually just items that need to be reordered, and once they've been reordered they disappear from here just to keep everything nice and clean and keep whoever's the key, if you've got a procurement manager or if you've got someone that looks after purchasing, at least keep them clear of the noise and they can focus on what needs to actually be done. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and speak soon.